They never truly saw me, not until the office's carefully ordered world began to subtly, disastrously fall apart. For years, I was the human wallpaper of Sterling and Sons, the one who always refilled the copier, organised the communal fridge, and never uttered a complaint. My suggestions were smiled at and forgotten, my extra hours absorbed into the corporate ether. I was the reliable, the overlooked, the one who just was. It started with the break room fridge. Every Monday, someone, usually Mark from sales, would swipe my homemade almond milk. I'd mention it, he'd apologise vaguely, and the cycle would repeat. One Tuesday, instead of meekly buying another carton, I moved my new one to the back, behind a stack of expired yogurts. It stayed there, untouched. A tiny, thrilling spark ignited inside me. The next week, I started moving other people's things. Sarah's fancy oat milk would migrate from the top shelf to a forgotten corner of the crisper drawer. David's carefully labelled leftovers would mysteriously appear in the freezer. No one suspected a thing. They'd complain, blame each other, or assume they'd simply misremembered where they'd put their items. I'd nod sympathetically, a secret smile playing on my lips. Then came the staplers. Every morning, the communal stapler would be missing from its usual spot. It might turn up on someone's desk in accounting, or tucked away in a filing cabinet. Petty, yes, but the little grumbles and exasperated sighs around the office were music to my ears. People started buying their own staplers, which was a victory in itself. The shared resources, the symbols of our collective harmonious workplace, were eroding. My frustration, a quiet hum for years, began to amplify into a roaring symphony. It wasn't enough to just move things. One day, I took the sugar jar from the break room and, in a moment of pure, defiant joy, replaced half of its contents with salt. The subsequent gurgles of disgust and complaints about who keeps messing with the coffee station were divine. Arguments broke out over who was responsible, trust began to fray. Sarah accused Mark blamed the new intern. The printer, a fickle beast at the best of times, became my personal canvas. A crucial report for the quarterly meeting suddenly contained a single random page from an old company picnic invitation. Meetings were delayed, tempers flared. The seamless, predictable rhythm of Sterling and Sons was stuttering, breaking down. They still didn't see me, the quiet, compliant one. But now they were starting to see each other with suspicion, and the cracks I'd introduced were threatening to bring the entire structure down around their unsuspecting ears. And for the first time in my life, I felt truly, terrifyingly alive.